Political control. The leading group for the advancing the development of One Belt One Road was formed sometime in late 2014, and its leadership lineup politicized on 1 February 2015. This steering committees report directly into the State Council of the People's Republic of China, and it's composed of several political heavyweights. Evidence of the importance of the program to the government. Then Vice Premier Zhang Zhongli, who was also a member of the seven-man Politburo Standing Committee, then was named leader of the group, with Wang Honing, Wang Yongjing, and Yang Jiechi being named deputy leaders. In March 2014, Chinese Premier Li Qingong called for accelerating the Belt and Road Initiative along with the Bangladesh, China, India, Myanmar Economic Corridor and China-Pakistan Economic Corridor in his government work report presented to the annual meeting of the country's legislature. On 28 March 2015, China's State Council outlined the principles, framework, key areas of cooperation, and cooperation mechanism with regard to the initiatives. Infrastructure network. The Belt and Road Initiative is about improving the physical infrastructure along land corridors that roughly equate to the old Silk Road. These are the Belt and in the title and the Maritime Silk Road. Infrastructure corridor encompasses around 60 countries, primarily in Asia and Europe, but also including Oceania and East Africa, will cost an estimated $4 to $8 trillion. The initiative has been constructed with the two US-centric trading arrangements, the Trans-Pacific Partnership and the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership. The project received financial support from the Silk Road Fund and the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, while they are technically coordinated by the BI&R Summit Forum. The land corridor includes the new Eurasian Land Bridge, which runs from the western China to the western Russia through Kazakhstan, and includes the Silk Road Railway through the China's Xinjiang Autonomous Region, Kazakhstan, Russia, Belarus, Poland, and the Germany. The China-Mongolia-Russia corridor, which will run from the northern China to the Russian Far East. The Russia government established Russian Direct Investment Fund and China's investment corridors or Chinese Government Investment Agency partnered in 2012 to create the Sino-Russian Investment Fund, which concentrates on opportunity in the bilateral integration. The China Central Asian West Asia corridor, which will run from the western China to Turkey. The China-Indonesia Peninsula corridor, which will run from the southern China to Singapore. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which is also classified as the closely related to the Belt and Road Initiative, and $62 billion collection of infrastructure projects throughout Pakistan, which aim to rapidly modernize Pakistan transportation network, energy infrastructure and economy. On the 13 November 2016, CPAC became partially operational when Chinese cargo was transported overland to the Gwadar port for onward maritime shipment to Africa and West Asia.